All right, again, guys. Let's see. Did that help? Like, not a little better. Not as orange. Maybe that helped out. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me as per usual. Adam, thank you to 5x5. DCG, WTC, Joe, Calm, American, thank you to 5x5. Patrice, Prep to Adapt, Mr. Landfill, Flown Grown, Lisa, Groundhog, Lexi, Oki Khan, thank you to 5x5. Colleen, Raccoon Eyes, Deanna, Devil Dog, Mateo, thank you to 5x5. Bush Pig, Crow, McBean, thank you for joining me. Cheryl, another friend. Nora, Evolving Media, thank you to 5x5. Our Life, Water Tiger, Carrie, thank you for 5x5. Appreciate it, guys. This is not going to be that long because I am tired. Christopher P, thank you for 5x5. Rhonda, Christopher. I also have to edit a video too, so I don't want to be this long on here. And tomorrow morning, I will be getting up early. We'll be having a midweek report at 7 o'clock in the morning. I do apologize for the early, but I have to go into work again tomorrow morning. So, what is your freedom work? Now, I noticed, guys, something about the Kamala Harris campaign. They are not seeing... They're not saying anything. Their silence is deafening. Everything or policies or things that she's going to run on, she's not saying exactly what. When she was asked that question, the infamous question of, is there anything you would do differently than Biden? And she said absolutely nothing. I would change not one thing. Meanwhile, all of the problems that were created by the Biden administration that they never addressed. Now, I'm not defending Kamala Harris, but she's in between a rock and a hard place. Because she can't say that, well, I would change this, that, and the third, because then she would have to sit there and ultimately be saying that Biden messed up and there are things that need to be different. That Biden didn't do X, Y, and Z right. She would have to be admitting to that. So she can't. But to sit there on national TV and say that you wouldn't change anything, you look like an asshole. Being that there was a lot that went down and a lot that went wrong. And a lot of people died in the process of those events that the Biden administration handled poorly. Straight poorly. So Kamala Harris not saying much as far as fixing the country, guys, is bad. She's not running on anything, which I don't understand how that's possible. And nobody's calling her out. I mean, more and more people are starting to call her out, and I take that back. And so I don't know, man. Her silence is two things. Like I said, it's her saying if she had to fix something, that means something was wrong. That means Biden did something wrong, or he ran the country poorly, which he did. That's clearly the case, that he ran this country poorly. The Afghanistan exit was a big snafu. Possibly one of the biggest ones we've ever seen in American history. But they'll sit there and go, well, everything was ran accordingly. You know? Hold on. Transmitting at 75 on the top floor. No shit. That's a good fire. Any fire transmitted on the top floor of a building, that has a potential to go sideways. And that's like good for us because we all like to fight fires. I had become a fireman like not to fight fires, but top floor fire, that's some good shit. Anyway, that being said, guys, number 2, she might be staying quiet because she's going to completely drop the ball. And therefore, because she's not saying that she's going to fix anything or not saying anything substantial, not that she's not going to fix anything. She said that she was going to try to work on the class and protect the middle class and all this other bullshit. But she wasn't talking about immigration. She hasn't said anything staunch on immigration. She didn't say, I'm going to fix this. She just said that she wants to work with bullshit, and then she brings up her middle class heritage like all the time now. Yeah, listen, man. Joe F.W. If I interviewed her, by the time she left the interview, she'd be crying, or I'd be assassinated. You choose. But yeah, she's not. I mean, listen, I'm not like a great debater, but and I wouldn't debate with her. I would just ask her questions and watch her fumble. You know. But again, I think she's going to drop the ball. I think because she's not saying anything, if she messes up, if she wins, she gets in the office and she messes up, she's going to sit there and they're going to defend her and say, well, she never said she was going to do this. She never said she was going to do that. You know? So if she brings that bullshit to the table, yeah, well, she can definitely get away with saying that kind of garbage. All right, just wanted to check something out. Yeah, fucking walking on thin ice with these two. Like Jordan, right? The black thing. Like, listen, I'm half West Indian, half Puerto Rican. I don't run around like people ask me if I'm black. For the short answer, yes. I'm not going to sit there and go, well, technically I'm 3/4 this, a third that. I have a percentage of this in my blood. I think I'm Mongolian. I'm not going to all that bullshit. So, I mean, maybe Kamala Harris pushes the black thing, but if she did it from the beginning, she would be okay. But she'd never claimed to be black. Now she's like, I'm Asian Indian or some shit. My parents run a 7-Eleven in a hotel. You know, like, that's the Indian she doesn't claim now. Now she's like, she's black. And quite frankly, her race doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. When people got on Obama for being black, like, it doesn't matter. We had a black president. Get the fuck over it, right? Now we got this lady coming in office. It doesn't matter what she is. It really doesn't. Because though she's trying to play, one second after, she's trying to play the black card. Obama was trying to play the black card with black men not voting for her. It doesn't matter. People are not stupid anymore. People are noticing that the Democratic Party is playing us and is playing us for years. Now, old black folks, they still have an attachment to the Democratic Party. Like, you know, their slave master. Master Bowles, please don't leave me. That's the Democratic Party, the old Democratic Party. Those fucking slaves are still fucking attached to it. You know? They're like, it's a boss, I will vote for you. And then they're tap dancing and shit, eating cornbread and watermelon. Because they're used to their slave masters telling them exactly what to think and what to do. And that was what Obama sounded like on stage when he was talking about black men need to vote for Kamala Harris because slave master telling his slaves, or rather the house nigga telling the fucking field niggas what to do. That's exactly what Obama sounded like. So that being said, guys, a lot of people are waking up. They're not buying the bullshit, you know. But Kamala Harris, like, and using a race card, it's bullshit. I don't appreciate it. Because if race mattered, you know, then I would definitely be speaking about it. But it doesn't. And her being black has nothing to do with her incompetence. Nothing. She's just a stupid woman. That's it. Nothing else to do with it, man. Another fucking debate is starting, and I'm like watching this shit show unfold. But anyway, not here, by the way, not in the comment section, on something else. But anyway, guys, this is just fucking nonsense. Everything that's going on. You know, again, Kamala Harris not fucking stating what she's going to do exactly. Again, if she drops the ball, they could just be like, yo, she never said she was going to do that. She never said she was going to do this, you know. But that's where we are right now. We're in a shit zone. Now, according to a couple of polls, Trump is leading. In a couple of polls that I've read earlier, I just really, you know, I hate this fucking iPhone release. I really do. Like, I'm so annoyed with the way this fucking bullshit phone is set up. The way that they set up the pictures now is fucking stupid. There it is. Like, it used to be like, yo, recent pictures, this picture, I can't find them. But I had something saved, and now I can't fucking find a picture. Did I save it here? Or did I save it to something else? But it was a poll says that Trump is ahead, right? And he's gaining in the polls. Again, that is not an absolute. We have to wait till the elections to see what actually happens. Because a lot of us are convinced that they're going to take this election. It's just that simple. But we shall see, guys, where this goes. But with that, guys, I don't know. I want to sit here and go, Trump's going to win. I just don't see it. I don't have any faith in this system anymore. I think the system, I know the system is rigged. I know that they're going to put their person in there because they want to. That's all it is. And we're playing ourselves thinking that he's going to win. Now, if he does win, great. But if he doesn't, it's to be expected. If he wins, I'm going to be surprised. Let's put it like that. I'm going to be sorely surprised. I'm going to be like, holy shit, what happened? You know? But these people, I don't know, man. We're going to see bad times regardless of who wins. I don't think Trump is going to make the world better. I don't think Kamala Harris is going to make the world better. I think we got two parties yelling at us at the same time, telling us how Harris is going to destroy the country and Trump's going to destroy the country. Well, Biden was supposed to destroy the country, and he did a shitty job, but he didn't destroy the country. Trump was supposed to destroy the country and put us back in slavery. I heard a couple comments over the last couple of years that Trump was going to put us back in shackles. And I was like, what? What shackles? I was... Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Like, how the hell did we go from he's a bad man to you're going to be slaves again if you vote for him? I was just like, oh my God. I mean, like, you know, Kamala Harris is a moron. I don't think she's going to destroy the country. She's going to make matters worse. That's for sure. But I don't think she's going to destroy the country unless she completely sells us out. Then there's that. But the slavery thing, they said Trump. I'm like, so I'm going to nigga both sides of beat. I don't want to be slaves anymore. Like, how's that going to work? I was going to work in a cotton field, boss. See you later. Shit. How did people come up with that conclusion? How the hell did we go from he's a bad man to you're going to be slaves again? I was to tap dance my way into your hot boss. I'll shine your shoes and pick your cotton. I don't understand it. We have illegals for that bullshit. Just kidding. Anyway, but I just don't understand the move, the insane comments on that. Like slavery? Seriously? Her family had slaves. Her family probably did have, and the thing is, like, you know, when people bring that up, they're like, oh, this family had slaves. That doesn't mean anything either. That shit was so long ago, you know, like, I don't fucking care. I really don't care. I don't care whose family had slaves. If they still have that attitude, that's a different story. But if they had slaves and now they're like reformed or whatever it is, I get that, you know, but because slaves were the things, man. It was like having a Cadillac back then. You walking down the road with your nigga, and you're like, you know, you're a white guy. You're like, hey, how you doing, Mister? You know, dancing, and dancing's like, oh, you got yourself a fine looking nigga right there. Hey, yes, sir, boss. He's a very good one. He picks cotton and the whole nine. You know, look at that nigga run. You know, like that was acceptable back then. That was like having a Cadillac, and I'm not fucking praising it. It was bad. It was demonic in a lot of sense. If you look at how people were treated, nonetheless, that was what was. Unfortunately, we got to let it go. Not unfortunately, but fortunately, we got to let it go. You can't sit there and hang on to the past. You really can't. The tap dancing shit, and the hanging on to the fucking slavery is like, all right, let it go already. You know? Fucking enough. You know, And talking about, well, why did they have slaves? They had slaves because they had slaves. You can't change the past. You can't motherfuck what people did in the past. How come we don't go after the Egyptians for their slavery bullshit? For all the people they killed who built the tombs. Again, people want to cotton pick. Wow, I'm sorry. People want to nitpick what they want to pick. You know, it's insanity. But yeah, it's insanity. Somebody's like, still watching angry. I'm in the presidential debate comment section. And these people are arguing about the Bible. I always like that. I always like the whole biblical debate, because that's a never-ending debate. No one is ever going to win that debate. Everybody thinks they're right. It's my Bible, this Bible, that Bible was first. This Bible came out second. It's more accurate. Man, all that matters is that you treat people right, you believe in God, Jesus, and you move the fuck on. If you believe in Allah or whatever, fine. Just do the right thing. I think all gods are probably one and the same, and we're all fighting over fucking separate gods. They all want you to do the right thing. Don't diddle kids. Don't smack your wife around. You know, procreate. Don't be gay. Like, you know, simple shit. They're simple requests in life. You know, there's nothing in the Bible about paying taxes, so we should definitely avoid paying taxes on that end. Angry movie reviews. Dan Phillips, I will be doing movie reviews. So I'm going to start posting videos on Angry Film Critic. I will be doing 80 movie reviews. I have to sit down, find time to watch an 80s film. With the first one's going to be Red Dawn. I'm going to sit through the whole thing, write out my notes, and do a movie review on it, and then do like what would it look like now, and not that fucking nightmare mess. You know, listen, guys, whatever you do, just treat people right too. I mean, like, you could believe, because there are people who believe in the Bible and still treat people like shit. There are people who wholeheartedly believe in the Bible and still diddle kids. The Bible is a guide, right? And some people will say it's an absolute. But if it was an absolute, then people wouldn't be doing the shit that they do. All right? Great movie decade. The 80s. Yes, it was. Because now we got shit and remakes. Fucking everybody wants to. Now, some remakes are very, very warranted. What remake did I watch? I was like, oh, The Longest Yard. That was a good remake. You know, certain remakes are need to be, because the special effects was horrible, but the storyline was great. You know? So with the technology today, I would like to see certain movies remade, but not everything. Like, they wanted to remake Gone with the Wind. And there was another movie that the family has the rights to, and they said they will never remake these movies. I just read it the other day. I forgot what it was. And they said, we will never remake these movies as long as we live. I was like, holy shit. And it was a good movie. It was a good movie franchise. But I can't remember what it was. But nonetheless, guys, we are definitely headed for rough waters. Do I think America's going to collapse? I don't know. I don't know if what's going on in the Middle East is a setup. I don't know if the constant reminder that there's something in Africa happening right now. There's 2 potentially bad diseases in Africa ready to go. One is Marsburg, and the other one is, I think, the monkeypox one that sort of died down. There's those 2 things happening as we speak in Africa. So there is that. And they're looking at that. So could that thing be released if Trump wins? Absolutely. I could see Trump winning and them going, release the monkeypox. You know, like, I could see that happening and that becoming a fucking shit show. But monkeypox I'm not worried about. Because guess what I'm not doing? Banging other dudes. So I'll be okay. But on the other hand, if these dudes start wiping their dicks and their hands all over fucking train poles and shit, won't drive the train. I won't ride the train. A lot of bad things can happen within the next couple of years. We just got to fucking be on the level. We got to keep our head on the swivel and make sure we're paying attention to as much as we possibly can, because anything can happen. There is no Nothing is finite. Nothing is guaranteed. There's too many curveballs in our future ahead of us right now. We got way too many things going on. We cannot sit here, guys, and be like, this is going to happen and that's going to happen. We don't know. We do not know. Bat and Poppy, thank you for the donation, man. I appreciate it. Well, listen, Bat Poppy, I will agree. The Bible is first of all, it was rated the greatest book ever written. That's number one. Two, it is a book that needs to be followed. But unfortunately, we don't live in that world. We live in a world where there are other books out there where people follow. And as long as everybody does the right thing, we should be okay. But human nature often takes over, and it's why we are always in the predicament we're in. The human race will fucking war for the rest of our existence. As long as we are here, we will war. If we colonize Mars, we will find a fucking reason to fight on Mars. If we colonize Titan, Jupiter moon, we colonize Titan, we will find a fucking reason to fight on that planet. We are our own worst enemy, period. That's as simple as it comes down to. You know, it comes down to that bullshit alone. But anyway, guys, I am going to go off the air now. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate you people. I do appreciate you guys being here. Follow me. Do me a favor. Head over to the Rumble. Head over to Rumble, and the Angry Truth channel and the Angry Prepper channel are both on there. Just type up the Angry Prepper Network, and both will show up. Again, I see YouTube pulling a shitty move. It will suck if they pull that move. That is why I'm trying to get the photography business off the ground. Because if they cancel the channel, there goes some income that I do need. But I'm also not ready to compromise. And when I mean compromise, I was looking at something the other day, by the way, and I was wondering, a couple of channels are making way more money now than they were 2 years ago. But they're also scaring the shit out of people in every video they do. And I refuse to do that. I could do that at any given time, and I refuse to do it. But I'd rather my channel get canceled than do that. Let's put it like that. So I'm trying to get the photography business off the ground. So at the very least, if I lose this, I still got that, and I could work on getting the Angry Prepper up and running again on a different channel, if that works. Anyway, guys, other than that, thank you for joining me. Thank you for dealing with me, and I will see you guys Thursday for the doubleheader. If not, Friday at worst. Thank you. Also, Kentucky Sustainable Living, guys. Let me put that in here real quick. I'm sorry. I know I'm like fucking dragging my feet. For those that are interested, for those that are in the area, for those that are nearby, Kentucky Sustainable Living, read up on it, and I will see you guys tomorrow, Thursday. Later.